What's the difference between those two, the ones who survive and thrive in Philadelphia and the ones who don't?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously being a good player helps out. um, you know, you win a Super Bowl and have the game-winning touchdown, you're going to be pretty loved. You know, I, you know, this city really appreciates accountability, appreciates people being very honest, real, emotionally invested, caring. You know, I think there's a lot of people that say it's a hard place to play. I think it's pretty easy, to be honest with you. I don't want to crush any other play. What's going on with the 76ers, Ben Simmons, stuff like that? All that is because of a lack of accountability, a lack of owning up to mistakes, and a lack of correcting things. If all that got corrected, if you're fixing free throws, if you're getting better as a player, none of this is happening. So everybody can complain about, you know, how tough this city is to play in. Just play better, man. The city.
Woo! And that was the center of the Philadelphia Eagles, Jason Kelce, when a reporter asked him, how hard is it to play in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Welcome to another version of the hot seat. I'm your host, David Disco. And I did a segment on Ben Simmons not too long ago. But, and I told cats, and this is where this game is going to get really tricky with Ben. Because I told cats about the Jordan, about Ben probably pretended himself to hurt himself in the game, because Ben is showing his hand now. I didn't know he was going to come in there in the game and act like this. I mean, come to practice and act like that. I'm going to tell you, people. I hear a lot of reporters from Stephen A. and from all these people. It's Philadelphia's fault. It's the fans' fault. Let's look at Ben Simmons for a minute. Let's take a deeper look at Ben Simmons. I always told cats, when you first play basketball, I'm going to keep it 100. When my sister Henriette first introduced me to basketball and put that ball in my hand, I took that ball and ran and threw it. That was my jump shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you throw it. You throw it out there. You know what I mean? You throw it, you throw the ball. Throw it. I can't lay it up. I can't touch the backboard yet. I'm just don't, I might throw the ball up and it might hit me on the back of the head and roll down my back, and you try it again as you get older and get stronger and then you get your jump shot up, and then you might start practicing your layups and stuff like that. For somewhere, something went wrong with Ben Simmons somewhere where, this did not come, the practicing he did at home or wherever is just not coming onto the courts and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. But the problem with Ben Simmons lies when the Sixers drafted him and did not get Brett Brown on that ass. See, Brett Brown, from what my understanding, I think he coached Ben Simmons' dad, or he played or coached or something like that. Brett Brown had some type of connection with Ben Simmons' daddy. So don't get it twisted. A lot of cats might say that don't make no difference. Yeah, that does make a difference, because he got a little soft spot. I'm not saying he's soft to coach Brett Brown, but he has a soft spot because he knows the dude's daddy. You think what I'm saying? No, you never know the bond between his daddy and Brett. You feel what I'm saying? Now, let's just take this back. This dude Ben Simmons was listening to Brett Brown every now and then. If you look at when Brett had him, he didn't shoot jump shots and stuff, but Brett had him shooting at least 1 or 2 a game, something, and he tried, But as time going, as Brett was going, he wasn't even doing that, and Brett was not. He was not even forcing this man's hand. And don't get it twisted. Anybody who knows the X's and O's, or anybody who's coached, I'm gonna stop that. Anybody who's did leadership before. If you work at a job and stuff like that, and you never had this, and everybody has to work the cashier register at least twice out a month. Let's just say everybody has to work the rest twice out a month. But this one person at Jordan never worked it at the Jordan. He been getting over for about a year. Let's just say he been, we know everybody. I ain't wearing that register. I ain't wearing that register. Too many people do this and do that, so they stay away from that register. But this one day, this person has to work the register because certain people called out or whatever, and boop. Now who's going to work the register? Because this dude never took the turn or work the register. Now he's giving the wrong change and everything. I know that's a dramatic, layout I put for you, but that's just what's going on here. The last coach never made this dude do this, so you knew the next coach was going to look like the bad guy. Because the new coach played basketball before, and you can't tell Glenn Doc Rivers about a jump shot. Because he knows you need a jump shot in the NBA. See, but there's some fools out there right now talking, no, he do this, play defense. He don't need no jump shot. He don't need jump. They dudes who never played under a whistle. No uniforms. Never had a uniform on. Never had no, they didn't play no legit basketball, man. Come on. If anybody gonna run around and tell you you don't need a jump shot in the NBA, you can get away with it. I mean, you could take certain bad habits and shine in the NBA, like Clyde Drexler dribbling with his head down and still passing the ball and someone getting it. I mean, that's one of the number one rules they tell you in basketball. Lift your head up. Lift your head up. But Clyde Drexler took dribbling with one hand with his head down, hit it to the other hand now, then back to that same hand with his head down and passing it and dunking. He took a bad habit and made it great. But see, Ben Simmons doesn't even want to practice on it, so he can't take a bad habit and make it great. Ben Simmons is a problem, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie to you. No, you're not gonna let him go for something that's not gonna benefit our team. No, we're not. But what we should do with Ben Simmons, don't let him get in that game and then talk about his back hurt or get hurt on the court. Not even hurt, but enough for him to get that compensation. Because now I don't know what they call it in the NBA world, but he'll still be getting paid while he's hurt. And it's, you know what I mean. And Ben Simmons owes us 4 years on his contract. If I had my way, people, he'd sit for 3. Matter of fact, he'd sit for the whole 4. He's 25. He'd be 29, 30 when they get him. I know it sounds crazy, but let me tell you something. Until he gets out on that court and gets his value up, we're not going to get what we want from him. Until he get on that court and gets his value up. So all those little young boy games he's playing at practice, not wanting to put his hands up with the team, want to keep his cell phone in his pocket or whatever he said to the coach. And maybe he wants to come play at this game when we play Brooklyn Friday. How's he going to act when he get on the court? We don't need that. I wouldn't even start him. Matter of fact, the Sixers ain't really obligated to start because, he hasn't made enough practice. You know what I mean? Now, Shake Milton is hurt, but Maxey is balling. This thing with Ben Simmons is just getting out of hand because I'm listening to all these so-called reporters that's out there. The Sixers need to do this. Ben Simmons don't want to come back to Philadelphia. These is dudes who trying to get Ben Simmons out of a contract. For a 4-year contract. Everybody wants us to let Phil go. Why? So he can go to their favorite team, the Lakers. A lot of them dudes over there are Laker fans. They would like Ben Simmons to go because they know LeBron and Clutch Sports will grip him up real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to offer one of those so-called superstars and shit the Lakers got somewhere as the season goes on. We don't want none of them old men. Ben Simmons. I can just leave it like that with Ben. He disgusts me when I talk about Ben Simmons. That's all I could say about that guy. Next topic. Ah, my man, Pots and Pans. Here we go. The Eagles. The linebackers all over the place. Our coach is not consistent with his play call. He looks sporadic. They're going to come out probably this week after. They're going to probably come out this week after, this long layoff and probably look good and have everybody questioning everything again. Hey, maybe. And who knows? They might end up 4-4. But it still doesn't tell you who they are. It still doesn't tell you they're a rookie coach or who's still trying to find his way. Who doesn't know how to set up plays to settle his young quarterback down. It doesn't. And a lot of cats will sit and try to blame Jalen Hurts. Yeah, a lot of things is Jalen Hurts. Maybe sometimes he does become a one-trick pony and sticks on one read. You know what I mean? But see, that's where it happens when you get an experienced coach who can settle him down and get simplified plays. How many plays let's keep it real with ourselves, Eagle fans. How many plays do you think Sirianni probably have? He's not a Bruce Arians. It's probably one of them dudes who probably got a real big, thick novel playbook. How many plays does he have, really? I sat back and I looked over the Oklahoma Sooners and I looked at Alabama and I watched quite a few games with Jalen Hurts in there. Now, there was a lot of shotguns with RPOs, and matter of fact, there was a lot of RPOs, and there was a lot of him scrambling. You know what I mean? Now, the scrambling can be worked out. But the scrambling cannot be worked out if you do not have the proper coach with the proper plays in there. And if you just got him doing RPOs, his subconscious mind's already going to result back to how he runs an RPO in college and what he used to do. You got to give him different things. Put him up under the center a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Put him up under the center. Give Miles Sanders a chance. Why Miles Sanders always got to run off a RPO? Where's the boy Gray Ward at? One of our best receivers, they don't even start. Matter of fact, he got the last 2 touchdowns in the last couple of games at the end when it didn't matter. And our linebackers need to start giving tokens to the running backs and stuff because they always riding on their back as the running backs taking them for a first down. Wilson, Singletary, I forget the other kid's name, but they're all special teamers. Our defensive linemen, they got to get it together. Every time they take off, it's like they're rushing for a sack. If y'all looked at that Tampa Bay game, O.J. Howard killed us with the pretend that he chip blocked for a couple of seconds, then he spin off, catch the ball. I think he might have had about 4 or 5 catches and a touchdown, and he go in the screen like that. And I can't just blame one defensive end because I think he got them all. I think he got Kerrigan. I think he got Barnett. And I forget the other 2, but he got them all. O.J. with that same, watch that game. That's what killed him. I'm not going to lie. That play there. And you would figure the defense coordinator would see it and adapt. But he never did. The Eagles are in trouble, y'all. And my problem is I don't want to lose our quarterback right away because he does have some promising in him. But so does Minshew. And I'm going to leave it like that. But like I said, this wasn't the quarterback he drafted, our quarterback, Sirianni. So, I don't want them to say, tell them to draft another quarterback. No, you got Minshew, work with him. My thing is, he should have never brought this Nick Sirianni dude in. Because now we're holding his hand. And you heard what Joel Embiid said about babysitting. We're going to get it together in Philadelphia. Sooner than we think. We are going to get it together in Philadelphia. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to keep it short because like I told cats, I've been down a little under the weather lately, but I wanted to have you up and get something out to y'all. But God bless and have a good one, please.
Welcome to Hood Announcement. This edition to the hot seat, we try to bring you a perspective of the 215 Delaware Valley and what really goes on with the heartbeat of Philadelphia and the sports that sets the tempo. Give me 3/4 quarter. See if you like it. Smell me?